If only you could see me now. If only you could tell me why you disappeared, you made me cry. So don't come back. Oh, you never took the time to say. You didn't think you should explain. Like I don't care, you're kidding me. Don't do that. Oh, I don't tell anybody, no. That I'm feeling so miserable. All my friends tell me to be strong. If they're right, why does it feel so wrong? Just because you hurt doesn't mean my heart don't want you. Footprints in the dirt, following your every move. I tried to be the best for you. When you broke my heart in two. Oh, saying you didn't know, but I know you do. It's a fact. Oh, I don't tell anybody, no. That I'm feeling so miserable. All my friends tell me to be strong. If they're right, why does it feel so wrong? Just because you hurt doesn't mean my heart don't want you. Footprints in the dirt, following your every move. Just because you hurt doesn't mean my heart don't want you. Footprints in the dirt, following your every move, even though it hurts. Hey baby, do you believe me when I say I miss you so? It seems like your mind is elsewhere. Whenever we're on the phone, always on the go. Like you got a place to be, never on your own. Something you're not telling me, yeah. I believe it's true. You're all for someone new. I've never felt this stupid, thinking I'm enough for you. Tell me, is she cute? Is she my substitute? I've never felt so certain that I've had enough for you. Hey cheater, do you feel better now that you've broken my trust? Oh, boy, do you even remember that love is more than just lust? Always on the go, like you got a place to be, never on your own. Something you're not telling me, yeah. I believe it's true. You're all for someone new. I've never felt this stupid, thinking I'm enough for you. Tell me, is she cute? Is she my substitute? I've never felt so certain that I've had enough for you. I've had enough of you. You're just too much. I'm way too good for you. You're just a bluff. I'm so fed up with you. It's for you. Tell me, is she cute? Is she my substitute? I've never felt so certain that I've had enough for you. I believe it's true, you're all for someone new. I've never felt this stupid thinking I'm enough for you. Tell me, is she cute? Is she my substitute? I've never felt so certain that I've had enough for you.
Let's go. back. We're back. We're back. How's everybody doing tonight? Shout out to the CIA, the confident, intelligent, and assertive men out there. One love to the feminine, inspirational, beautiful, inspirational ladies, the FBI. Oh, yeah, you're liking the change of scenery. You know what? Maybe I'll put the light on overhead. Let's see what the overhead light is. Is that better? Overhead lighting better? So, changing up mission control. So, until then, you're going to see changes in the studio, Studio A, Studio B. I'm going to have a in-home studio, and then I'm actually going to have an external studio. Lots of announcements to get into today. But before we do, you know how we do all this. Make sure we keep the likes up, the engagement up, over 50%, because if we don't, you don't want to have to hear that crazy noise. You don't want to have to hear this. You don't want to have to hear this or any of this mess. You don't want to have to hear that crap. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? You don't want to have to hear. You don't have to hear those. So, take down the interview window. Take down the Evernote, and we're going to just get into it. There's a slight echo in the room. That's okay. I will be getting it dampened. Let's see if we can improve the brightness. That improved that right there. Shall we put on, let's change the LUT. I am a perfectionist, if you have not noticed. I like to do everything to a certain standard because you want to keep the bar pushing. Because when you do something well, you know, people are going to try to outcompete you, as they should. Is the camera tilted? Damn, we got all kinds of things going on over here today. So there we go. Candle of the evening. The traditional standby Laurier 62. And then we're going to get back into the backup Cade. I am looking forward to, scent of the day. Where are my manners? As I'm transitioning, I'm just rocking my standbys. My favorite Roja Dove, number 3. Parfum de la Nuit, number 3. That's my evening wear. But today I was rocking straight up Molecule. Man, you can. This is a fragrance that every man and woman needs. My volume is kind of low. I'm sorry. Let's see. The input is there. Let me see if I can hear myself. My volume is kind of low. No, my volume is fine. I'm on 75%. My volume is just fine. My volume is just fine. So you might want to refresh or check your speakers or whatever. Molecule 01, yes. This fragrance, man, it is the perfect fragrance. It's everything and nothing all at the same time. It smells different on men and it smells different on women. This is a super fragrance. It can take those fragrances that you wish lasted longer and project it more and give them more oomph. It makes your favorite fragrances last longer, project stronger, and you can also just wear this to the gym. You can wear it to a funeral. It is an aroma chemical. That's what it is. It's not even a fragrance. It's made on one note. And it is one of the fragrances, one of the things I absolutely swear by. If I could only have 2 fragrances in the world forever, Molecule 01, Molecule 02, and then I would pick something else. But 2 fragrances forever, brother and sister, the Wonder Twins. Absolutely incredible. Now, the volume was a little low. It just depends on where he came in the broadcast. So, um, look at the title of the show, folks. You see the title of the show, and it says, Are Modern Women Wife Material? And why did I ask this question? Well, because it need to be asked. Are modern women wife material? And why is I'm not drinking anything. I don't drink. Are modern women wife material? And that question is being asked for very simple reasons. Because we got to get to it, man. It seems to be that women today either think they can get married whenever they want to, think that they're all worth $100 million man, $100,000 man, or something. Hold up. So, what I want to do is I'm going to play some excerpts from videos that I've posted on my channel in the last couple of days, because I think the last couple of days, especially when I was out in Houston, really kind of typified what a lot of women are or are bringing to the table. And again, this is not to make shots at individual women. It's just to really kind of highlight where things are today with men and women. Let's start with this one.
Yes. I cannot say what's wrong or right.
No. Do you have any kids?
Yeah, I have two.
So, in other words, fuck marriage, but I'll have kids.
It wasn't really that. Me and their father was together as teenagers.
Okay.
And just by the time we got to the marrying age, I would say by the time we were 23, 24, looking towards marriage, I was done with the relationship. He cheated a lot, so.
But you already had the kids.
Yes, we already had the children, yes.
So this one, so I've said this before and I'll say it again. Black women, it seems like being a wife is more of a big deal than being a mother.
For some people, it was never that type of thing to me, and maybe because of what I saw as far as being a wife, I saw.
Okay, so why don't you? Okay, so I don't want to just assume, but how old are your kids?
14 and 9.
14 and 9.
Yes.
And how old are you?
33.
33.
Yes.
So you had a kid at 18 or 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And then another one at 24, 25, 23, 24.
Yes.
All right. So why was marriage no big deal then?
Marriage was never a big deal on mine. I would say because I personally never, I think I have like commitment phobia almost.
Like what?
Like I have a thing with commitment. I just don't personally believe, the vows that people say.
But you made a baby with somebody.
I don't see people live that lifestyle, basically.
So what? See, this doesn't make sense to me, man, because it's like phobias and commitment. You committed to being somebody's mama until you die.
Yes.
What is it with women like yourself that don't seem to realize that that's crazy to us? Meaning that it's all right to be a mama and struggle or try to do the job of two people as one person.
Well, actually, I've never had to do the job as far as their dad by myself because their dad has always been present. However, in the single mom aspect of, us living apart, I live, in my separate state and you live in yours.
Present doesn't mean
difficult, but I never wanted to be a wife.
We get it confused just because. You heard her say it. I never wanted to be a wife. Marriage is not a priority to me. But as she goes on, she let the cat out of the bag. Marriage is not a priority to many modern women. Yeah, the sound is off because I'm in a new space, guys. And in a new space, it's not padded. I got to put things up. I got to dampen the sound. I'm on my backup microphone. But we need to get the likes up because, yeah, come on. The buzzword that women. I'll do it again. Get them up. With noise if I don't get my likes. So that's what it was. That woman had 2 kids. And if you didn't hear that, go watch that video. It's a Modern Women finished. And in her background, she had her cackling baby mama friend. 2 single mothers just out. Just go watch the video. And then another video I had, the young lady from Philly. And I'm going to play a little bit of her because she's typical too. Because so many women just believe that just because I want to, at any given time, I can just decide to go get a husband.
Yes. I cannot say what's wrong or right. No.
What do you got for me?
All right, what you just said, I'm gonna just tune into what you just said. You just said who's supposed to teach us to cater to a man, right? It was going on live, so you kind of stopped, but I couldn't hear the end of it.
Oh, that's the Brooklyn chick.
So you're supposed to teach you how to be a wife.
How to be a wife, yeah. So how to be a wife, you can learn that from your mother, yes, but I was raised by my father. Now my mother is in my life right now, but I could say that my father taught me how to be a wife or a woman to a man. I could say that. And how to be one, exactly. Because the way women teach us how to be a wife and the way men teach us how to be a wife are completely 2 different.
Are you married?
How many people think they're looking at a wife or wife in training right there? How many people get wife vibes from her? Regardless as to who taught her. And if she continues to go on, you'll see the same thing. Lots of opinion, masculine energy, no idea what it's all about me. I was engaged, but you know, we're just going to draw on the engagement, and you decide he proposed to me, but it's up to me. In other words, this is a lot about control for modern women. A lot of modern women realize that they are not cut out to be a lifetime partner for anybody. So I'm thinking, what I'm seeing is they intentionally wreck their relationships. I'm going to show you one more, and we're going to get into it because you guys got to go watch that one video. And then this one right here.
The buzzword that women.
One chick from Philly.
Yes.
Notice how everything's possible. And nothing's off the
Is it
table.
over? I would not say so. Just because I think there's just too many people in the world for it to be over. You know what I mean?
What do you mean too many people in the world?
I mean the opportunities to meet someone new, or someone who's
Where do you
willing to
live?
date. I live in.
This woman is 6 feet tall, 25 years old, with a degree in biology and an apartment leasing agent. Talking about there's too many people in the world and you can travel and this and that. When it comes right down to it, I asked her, have you ever traveled out of the country? Yes. And she did it when she was in high school, but she's never done it on her own money. But because the world is a big place, I have an infinite buffet of options. They don't ever think the time runs out. Go watch that video too, and you'll see another woman who is unfit for marriage, meaning still operating like a teenager. So I have some questions that I'm going to ask for you ladies. In this video, this woman said, I said, go back to college. She talked about I could always go back to school. And I said, that's the last bastion for many black women. When life doesn't work, run back to school. But she said, I wouldn't go back to school to find a man. And I said, that's your problem. You should. And the words out of her mouth is, I could meet a man for free. Modern women like her, modern women, period, think men are free. They think men are in abundance and infinite supply. So when we're talking about competing for a man, making yourself worthy for a man, getting yourself prepared, that concept goes out of their mind because they think men are just lying around like, imagine if everything was just in abundance like this. You don't have to pick the fruit. It's laying on the ground fresh and ripe. And anytime you want to, you can go back to that tree. But on the other hand, men are saying that there's a wife shortage, that these women are not wives. They're not ready to be wives. And I ask these women, ladies, where do you go to find a wife or a husband since you can meet a man for free? Well, then where do you go to meet him? And then what do you get? You get cricket, ass quiet. Cricket, ass quiet. It's like, well, you can go meet men anywhere, but where are they? Why you ask me that? Cricket, ass quiet when you go ask them for some definitions. And I will say this. And then when we get to the point where they start realizing that they're not serious women, that they have issues, that they have problems like we all do, the answer tends to come back that we got a problem as a community. We got a problem between men and women, and we got to work together. Ladies, hear me and hear me well. We don't have to do shit. There is no middle ground in marriage. You are on the wrong side. Why? Because on your side is nothing but women. Over here, whether you like it or not, are the single eligible men. So why is there a middle ground between losing and winning? You can be right, you can have your opinions, you can think what you want to, but all of you modern women are on the other side of the Berlin Wall. Over here is freedom and success. You're in East Berlin. You're on the other side of the Great Wall, and there's no middle ground. You got to come to men. But see, that means you actually have to value men and recognize that there's something you need to do for men, that men aren't free, that they're just not available and supply. There are women in their 40s who've had tons and tons of men who still think they should be able to get a high value man. I had a woman who was in her 70s, said, I'm 70 right now, and I'm working to get myself together. And in a couple of years, when I get myself together, I would love to start dating a provider man. That woman was 70. And she said in 2 years, she should be ready to get a provider man. Most men, black men are dead by that time. But in her mind, it was just an infinite supply. Ladies, 2 questions. When does your supply of men run out? And if if God sent an angel to you and told you that your next boyfriend is it, your next relationship is it, you get no more men for the rest of your life, I bet your ass makes it work. Because I have one question for women. Well, 2 questions for you. What use are you to a man? Outside of sex. And for the few of you that want to have children, what use are you to a man? Outside of sex and childbirth, what use are you? And it's about to get real, real ugly when you ask these questions, because the next question is going to hurt. The next question is going to hurt. Y'all ready? Ladies, for all the women who think I'm full of shit, for all the women who think I'm capping, for all the women who think I hate women, I have one simple question. One simple question, and I need you all to answer this, ladies. Every woman, I need you to answer. I need you to answer this question. I need you to answer this question more than anything else. Y'all know I'm building up to it, right? You know what the question is, ladies? How many relationships have you had? And how many relationships have you had where you did not leave?
It burns! Oh, it burns!
How many relationships do you have you had where you didn't leave.
Kevin, god damn it.
Uh-oh. That means if the average modern woman that I speak to, if she's had 10 relationships, she's left 10 people. From high school to now, she's left 10 of them. At best, you find a modern woman who's left 9 out of 10. But the problem is, you are leaving all of your relationships because you think as your sexual marketplace, as you get older, more age and experience, because you're not ready to be married, you think as you get older with more use, your value is going to go up. It's going down. And you think the quality of men is going to go up with your experience, and it goes down with your age. So women leave one man to another, and women always want a man to have at least what they have. Women don't marry down. That's why you don't see rich old women. Well, anyway, women want to marry up. So if you leave one, they assume I'll leave him because the grass is greener on the other side. Well, ladies, your life and your history has shown you that no, that's not how it works. You left your high school sweetheart because he was ready for marriage and you were too young and you wanted to get out and have fun and go have hot girl summer. Then you messed around and ran into Mr. Goodbar, had his baby, and now you're out here thinking that now I'm ready to settle down. And what use are you to a man at this point? And if a man asks you one simple question, all right, I'm ready to get married. I'm ready to be a provider male, a high value, traditional, productive, creative, successful man. That's what I want to be. But I got to ask you one question before we start dating. I am the perfect man for you. But my question is this. How many relationships have you had where you did not leave? And if you had to answer that question truthfully, how many good, suitable men would turn and walk away? If you knew that if you said, I've left all of my relationships, that men would not deal with you. The bottom line is, ladies, you leave your relationships and don't stay in them. That's why you don't get any better at relationships. I don't care if you've had 5 2-year relationships. You're probably still repeating the first 2-year relationship you had 5 different times. It's not like you have 10 years of relationship experience. This is why so many modern women talking to you in your 30s and 40s, it's like dealing with somebody who's still in their teens and 20s because you haven't improved. You haven't gone through anything. When it gets tough, you leave. That's what that one chick from Philly said. Well, I had to see my mother stay with my father, and when he was sick and such and so forth, and that, I don't know if I'm ready to do that. Oh, so you only want the good parts of marriage. You don't want the duty parts of marriage. Think about it. Ladies, question for you. Question for you, ladies. Y'all ready? Next question. If you were married and had 2 to 3 children, 2 to 3 children, and the relationship with your husband became not toxic, not dangerous, just mediocre, average, boring, you weren't happy, would you stay in your marriage for the betterment of your children? Would you stay in your marriage as long as your health or your safety was not at risk? Would you stay in your marriage until your youngest child is out of high school if it meant your children will come out better? And I can almost guarantee you, the truth is most women would not. So if that's the case, most women would not, because look, in the black community, black women are the last married, first to divorce. Average black woman, 1 in 4 will marry. And of the ones that do marry less than 5 years. But 100% of divorce is caused by somebody filing for divorce. And 80+ percent of the time in our community, it's women leaving. In most places, women leave. So, modern women, are you wife material? You don't know the same stuff that the women who came before you did. You're educated and all this other stuff, but you're not really doing anything at home. What use are you to a man at this point? And if ultimately you're leaving, if you've left everybody you've been with, why should anybody hire you? Switch it up. If you were going on a job interview for a high level position in the company, and they said, okay, all right, Rebecca, we're going to bring you on as CEO of the organization. You're going to be the most important person. Now, of all the companies you work for, tell me how many jobs did you quit before the task was finished? Oh, all of them. So every position you've had, you quit before the task was finished. Yep. Do you think they'd hire you, Rebecca? No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't handle it. They would not hire you. You know why? Because you've proven that you are self-motivated. And the world has made it comfortable for women to do this. And my thing is, you know what, ladies? Fine. But don't act like that there's a shortage of men for marriage. Don't act like men are the ones not self-motivated. So when it comes right down to it, this is all tied up in the wife shortage. There is a shortage of wife material women. Meaning, what do you bring to the table? What use are you to a man? And are you going to stay? Do you have a track record of staying or leaving? How many relationships have you had? How many relationships do you have that you did not leave? Wife shortage. What use are you to a man? There is no middle ground. You got to come to the men. Are you a serious woman? And for everything you don't bring to the table, like women of old, are you going to stay? Or are you going to leave at the typical 18 months, 2 years? Let's get into it, ladies, because before you become a wife, you got to be a girlfriend. Before you can be a girlfriend, you got to stay in something. And you notice every time I ask women how many relationships you have where they didn't leave, and it always becomes the same thing. Well, I was in it, and now all of a sudden it became toxic. It became toxic. Toxic is the new buzzword. It's the bullshit reason the women have been given. It's the general reason that you can say you left, and you don't have to have any accountability. From 19-year-old to a 70-year-old, all claiming toxic. If it's not toxic, it's some form of abuse. If it's not abuse, it's cheating. I don't see men going upside of women's heads like that. And what I see more than anything else is I see what something Dr. Tia Son Johnson talked about in the movie Love Jones. And his son asked him a question. In the movie Love Jones, Darius Lovehall was dating Nina. They were kicking it. They were having a good time. Then all of a sudden, out of the clear blue, Nina gives Darius a shit test. But it was put in her head by her single friend, Lisa Nicole Carson. Her friend, when I say single women keep women single, she had a good thing going on with Darius. But Lisa said, hey, your ex-boyfriend wants to try to work it out. How things going with you and Darius? It's good, girl. His dick be talking to me. And her friend said, well, what you gonna do? I don't know, girl. Well, what you do is you tell him you're going to see your ex. And if he don't say nothing, then there you go. Then you know what the truth is. That's what her single, unattached friend did. And she marched her ass on in that room with Darius, her man, and everything was going fine with, and she dropped a homewrecker bomb on him. Hey, guess what? My ex-fiance wants to see me again. And what is she expecting to do? Be like, oh, well, let's talk about it. He protected his ego. He was like, okay, cool, do what you want to do. That's not what he wanted. But she gave him a crap test, a shit test. Something that she knew he was likely to not pass, and it was unnecessary. So she went up there. She went back to him. She stayed with him, kicked it with him, her ex-fiance, boyfriend. And then when she realized that all we had, after all these years, all we have is all these years, when she came back to Chicago, she wanted to get back with Darius after leaving to go see her man, her ex-fiance, and she saw Darius out on what looked like a date with another woman. So what did she do? She turns around and goes out with one of Darius's friends in the group. And it's implied that they may have hooked up or whatever, but then they all end up at a party together. There's a big blow up, and what happens? They split, and he's gone, and Darius is in one place, and Nina's in another place. And then a year later, what does he have to do? Darius has to come back to her and has to apologize for handling his part of the situation wrong. She didn't apologize for nothing. She didn't. And T.S.I. Johnson's son says, why do men have to apologize for when we're wrong and for when they're wrong? That's what popular culture has taught you, ladies, that you're never wrong, that you don't have any accountability. That's why so many women hate this show. That's why they say, you're anti-blank male, you're anti-blank female. What that really means is I'm pro-truth. So anytime you want to say you're anti-male, you're anti-female, you're anti-woman, you're anti-black woman, no, I'm just pro-truth. I'm pro-truth. And men are tired of having to sort through mediocre, average at best women who think that they should get a $100,000 man just because they're funny. That woman said she was a 6, and when she put her makeup on an 8, I'm like, you're a 6, and when you put your makeup on, you're a 6. But she thought she should get a $100,000+ man because she's funny. Men are tired of having to go make themselves the best version of themselves to deal with women who think that men are free. Men are not free, ladies, especially the high-value men. Let's talk about it. How many relationships have you had that you have not left, ladies? What use are you to a man, and are you a part of the wife shortage? Are you a leftover woman? Are you destined to do what? You know what it is? Buy a dog and die alone. There are plenty of people who don't like that line from me. I don't want to die alone. I don't want to die alone. Well, guess what? If you don't want to die alone, then you're going to have to do something different. You're going to have to recognize that, you know what? You need to be a better kind of woman. You got to do something that your friends are not willing to do, and that is compete.
Luna. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay para emigrar. Todo money, money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienen lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios todo lo ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos más lo bueno y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money world. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money world, yeah. El mundo quiere dinero, yeah, yeah. Money world,
Nick Shirley.
se arregla con dinero,
Stop it.
Money world, corazón, de
I've got a
corazón.
glandular
La plata
problem.
no te hace ser feliz.
Put it out.
Yeah, de corazón, de
Godfather.
corazón.
Let's get on with the interviews,
No
ladies.
te hace ser feliz.
Let's do it.
Money
Click the
world.
link.
El mundo
Let's
quiere
talk
dinero. Yeah, 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 yeah. Money world. Money world. Money world. Money world. Se arregla con dinero. Money world. Lunático.
So here's the thing. I'm going to make this real clear. I've heard a lot being said around these YouTube streets about relationships and marriage. And I'm going to tell you this, that the majority of men today, the majority of my clients want marriage. I know there's a vocal group of men online that are saying they don't want to be married, but I'm sorry. Most men want children. And they don't want to be surrogate dads or whatever. Hold on. Click the link, ladies. That being said, I know there's a group of men out here that are just like anti-marriage. Well, here's the thing. I don't begrudge any guy for knowing what he wants. But I'm tired of guys who are anti-marriage and anti-relationship speaking as if they are the majority when they know they are not. Why is that important? It's important because you're not being fair to the rest of the guys that represent you. The thing is, men want relationships where they're not a liability and they don't have chaos. Okay, in order to get on, you have to get on the camera. You must get on the camera and you must be a woman. So no woman, no time. All right, tell your girlfriend to check it. Hello?
Oh,
all right, that's
hello.
You. How do I pronounce your name?
Mila.
Are you in there by yourself or you have a friend?
I have someone to talk to. He's got me to the show. So
Say what now? Say again?
He got me into the show, so I wanted to talk to you. So.
Okay, what are we talking about?
I know for our modern women, wife material.
Right.
So
How old are you?
I'm 24.
24. All right. So do you want to be married one day?
I do.
All right. So I'm going to ask this question all women. How many relationships have you had that you didn't leave?
I've been that I didn't leave two.
That you did not leave. You've had two relationships out of three. So only one relationship you've had that you did not leave.
Correct.
Why is that?
The first guy I was with, he wanted to move to China after getting married, and I want to stay in the States. And I wanted to pursue my bachelor's. We did try it, but it just didn't end on the terms that we both
Hold on.
wanted,
Are
I
you
guess.
on Wi-Fi?
I am
Are you on your cellular phone or are you on your laptop?
on my laptop.
All right. How many bars do you have?
Um,
Because your
um,
connection
it's
seems to be kind of choppy.
oh, okay. Oh, let me see if I can go to 5G. Hold on.
Yeah. Hello, Judith.
Hello?
Yes. Hi, Judith. How
How
are
are
you?
you?
I am well.
I'm fine. And you, sir?
Good. You might want to back up from the camera just a bit.
Can you take me off the camera, please?
No, I cannot.
Oh, okay. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
I think
So, a
I have
modern
you
women
in the
wife material.
background because I'm hearing you twice.
Well, then you have me on your YouTube somewhere.
Because I'm hearing music behind me, but I'm not sure
All
what's
right. Well, turn
going
off.
on.
The only thing you should be on. The only thing that should be on is your YouTube. I mean, on this call. You should not have
Okay.
YouTube on. Anything else on. So. Uh, all right. Malia. Hello. How are you? She looks frozen to me, so we're going to bounce her out. And we got to come back, Malia. Um, you got to get all the way in the screen. I can't see you. I can't see you. If I can't see you, I'm going. If I can't see you, I'm going to mount. I'm going to bounce you. Nope. Not even going to play that game with you. You got to get all the way on camera. If I can't see you, I'm going to bounce you. Hello. Come. Okay, you got to turn off YouTube in the background.
Yeah, we turned it off.
So, a modern
Do you
women
hear me?
wife. Yes. Have you called in
I
before?
would say yes, I have.
Okay. And how did our last
Oh,
conversation end?
I liked it the way it ended. I've been thinking a lot about what you've said, how we'll go about navigating the way you said the advice you gave.
How old are you?
I'm 28,
Okay.
27, turning 20. Forgetting that.
So, are you wife material?
Yes.
How, how many relationships have you had that you did not leave?
Well, I'm married. So one.
All right. So, if you're married, why are you here?
The question was, are modern women wife material? And I believe I am modern and
I don't have time to play games. All right.
Oh,
Hello. How are you?
oh. Hi, I'm good.
All right. So, look, if this is for women who are single or who have disagreements. It's not for you to get 15 minutes of fame. So, hello, go ahead, Malia, go ahead. I got you on. I
So
see you calling in from several places.
oh,
So go
okay,
ahead.
there we go. Okay. So I guess my disagreement is when it comes to like modern women. Um, I know that you have to be like, I guess, just like when it comes to men, is there like a way, like, I want to get, I guess, your advice, but like I disagree with like certain things, like with the cheating, as well as how to explain it. I lost my train of thought.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
All right. So First thing y'all got to do is y'all got to have a consistent train of thought.
Sorry.
I mean, you haven't said anything other than you want my advice, and you have some disagreements. Disagreements about what? Cheating?
Yeah, so like I know watching some of your other broadcasts on YouTube that like it's what I got, and I could be completely wrong, that it's okay for men who have high value to
High value
cheat.
men don't cheat; they exercise options. That's right, and it's okay for them to exercise their options if they choose to. Sure, why not?
Okay, for women, like for modern women, being married, is that okay that we do the same thing?
But understand something. High value men are scarce. Attractive women are not. You're a dime a dozen. High value men are not. Relationship is not symmetrical. I mean, attraction is not symmetrical. This is why you ladies end up getting screwed, because as a modern woman, you believe in equality. And equality you only get equality of opportunity, not equality of outcome. If you want a man who's going to be loyal to you, get an average man.
I mean, I used to be engaged, and then I found out he was cheating with multiple women. That did hurt me to the point where I lost hope, I guess.
You're 24 years
Inside.
old, man. You're 24 years old.
I am.
So what do you want? You want a loyal, successful alpha male?
Yes, and a guy that is high.
That's a Disney fucking fantasy. That's the only place that exists in Disney. Okay, why do you have another YouTube plan? Do you have it on TV or something?
A TV. Yeah, I have a TV.
Is
But
YouTube playing?
it's not on.
Because we're having horrible feedback. Do you lower your? Do you have any other windows open, or is it just this?
I have the air going.
No, on your computer. Do you have any other applications or windows open?
I do. Let me go ahead and test that out. Is that better? I just closed all of them out.
Thank you. So it seems like women like yourself have a problem with reality.
I feel like I'm a learner, and I feel like I am a listener. So I guess another reason for reality, I feel like it does hit me. I want it to hit me. So that's why I guess I'm here to learn.
Well, what do you want? Okay, what do you want with a Jesus Christ? I don't know what is going on with your sound. It's almost like we're getting background. Are you playing this on Bluetooth speakers? Is this coming out of your computer? What is it?
No, I only have the air on right now. There's nothing on the computer.
I'm saying on your computer. The sound, is it coming out of your computer speakers? Is it coming out of Bluetooth? What?
The computer.
I don't know. Yeah, the AC is booming. You turn off your air or something, because we're getting too much interference.
Okay.
Can't have a conversation this way. You got to get on camera, Haley. Harley. You're too low.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Is
right.
that better?
So we'll try it. You're 24 years old. Whew.
I guess for me, like I want to get married. I do. I want to have kids. Probably for me, I want to have kids around 27, 28. So
how many children do you want?
I want about 3.
Uh-huh. And
but I want married.
But do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're married?
But do I want to? Not really.
Right. What state do you live in?
I live in California.
Northern or southern?
Southern. Los Angeles.
So turn the volume down. So maybe it's just too loud. Jesus. So you live in Los Angeles. How much would a man need to make in Los Angeles to support a wife and 3 children, to where his wife doesn't work, to have a middle class lifestyle?
Probably about 10%. So he would probably be making about 450. What guy that I am talking to though, that he isn't he's about to be an anesthesiologist next year.
How much money would he need to make?
He would make about 450 to about 500.
So $500,000, and you expect to have a man who had to become an anesthesiologist, and you just had to be cute.
Well, for me, I mean, but I know for you, like degrees don't matter.
No, they don't,
So
because yours would mean
if you
nothing.
have them.
Yours would mean nothing because you'd be staying at home raising the children.
True, but that's what he wants. When I
It doesn't matter, ma'am. You want him. Okay. See, women used to understand that the more you ask for from a man, the more you got to put up with. You ladies want it all, but you want nothing. What do you think you should have to put up with for $500,000 a year?
For me, for him, being there for him, but not just that, like being submissive, being able to be a stay-at-home mom, take care of the kids, clean, cook, all that.
Let me stop you right here. A guy who crosses the Rio Grande legally and stands in front of Home Depot and collects cans that gets the same thing that you just said. Same thing. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to hear what's a $500,000. You're doing what women. You're doing what women have always done, and didn't need a $500,000 man.
I guess for me, being able to show him who, not just who he is, but like helping him grow to where.
Trust me, girlfriend.
Doesn't have
Trust
to
me.
be.
Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. He's another $500,000. He knows who the hell he is. You're not there to grow anything. See, this is what I mean. You ladies overestimate your value. You're going to come and make a nest in his house and have his kids. Thank you. But that's no different than what Jose's wife is doing. And they don't expect $500,000. See, what you're going to help him be a better anesthesiologist? You're going to go do some of the surgeries?
No, but I'd be a high value woman.
No, you wouldn't. What makes you a high value woman?
To me, being submissive.
So every woman who's submissive is high value.
No, being there for him.
And every woman who's submissive and is there for her husband is high value.
No, but
see, this is what is called pretty privilege. You can't even make this. You can't even, ma'am. You can't make it up. Now you're having to realize and say it out of your mouth. What makes me so special? For where I can ask for a man who's making $500,000, and what am I doing for him? What use are you to a man like that? And what is he getting that the local guy who crossed illegally is not getting? And you haven't said anything. That's why these are painful conversations, because you ladies are having to look at the real world and say, damn, I'm not doing anything special. In America, we just charge more for this, or we were told we could charge more for this. So let me ask you a question. You have this man making $500,000 a year, and he decides he wants to exercise an option. You going to divorce your husband?
I would try to work out with him if I had kids.
Okay. So the answer is no?
No.
So why do you care if he exercises and if you're going to try to work it out?
Well, then I would see what's wrong with me. What did I do?
There you go. But if he was making $50,000 a year, would you divorce him?
I mean, I make more of him.
But I would have asked.
But okay.
If he was an average earning man, would you divorce him if you had kids? Same situation, would you divorce him?
I would, if
I would probably, I would still work it out because I'm trying to break the cycle within my family.
Would you? All right, I know that's what we want to believe. I would still try to work it out. Uh huh. Okay. Well, here's your issue. Don't deal with high value men. Deal with average earning men. Because if you want a man that's going to be strictly loyal to you, and dear, you're not bringing anything special to the table. Even according to what you just said, I'm submissive. All right, and I'm there for him. This is what you're supposed to be. You do understand this is basic stuff, right? You don't get credit for
I
this. This is like saying I'm a man and I work, and I'm a man and I lead. We don't get credit for that.
But I guess for me, I know I'm attractive, but I know there's like a bunch of
But see,
other women that are attractive
but no,
too.
no offense, ma'am. This may sting. Hold on a little bit. That's all you seem to be, and that's unfortunate. Yes, pretty gets you, and that's what I mean. That's why you can. If you were not as attractive as you were, you would not be expecting a man making the kind of money he's making. And that's my ultimate point when people say this is shallow. Pretty women ask for the world, and they wouldn't do it if they weren't pretty. Because what you're saying, the substance, the thing that everybody tells me I should worry more about, you're not bringing anything that the average looking woman's not bringing. You're not bringing anything more than the average woman. It just comes in a different package. And guess what, ma'am? It loses value with time and use.
Hmm.
So I'm sorry, but you haven't. Don't deal with high value men if you don't like them exercising options. You can always get the average guy.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I used to be, I don't know, I used to be engaged, but I found out he was cheating, so then I let that go.
Yep. Well,
That was my past.
there you go. Thank you. Pretty privilege does not get you anything. Pretty privilege gets you. Pretty privilege gets women thinking they should have more than they really should. Okay, and that's fine, but you better accept everything that comes along with the high value man. You can't have pretty privilege because make no mistake, pretty women expect to get treated differently. They expect to get in the VIP. They expect to get things that average women don't get. See, that's you want both. You want both sides, and that's not how this works. Hey, to this Sarah person, you got to get your whole face on the screen. I got to see who you are. Because with that thing on your head, I can't tell if you're a man or a woman. And if I can't tell if you're a man or a woman, I'm not putting you on. Hello. Hello. What is wrong with y'all?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I think it's the signal.
Hey, what?
Hi, I
Say
think
it
the
again.
signal.
Well, these Cricket Wireless accounts be killing me, man. I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, okay. We're going to do something real quick. I want y'all to see something. All right. Let's see. Let's do it. We got plenty of internet speed. It's normally faster. Let's test again. All right. So before I start telling anybody it's their issue, I'll look and see if it's me. Let me test. Is that Jada Kiss? At 82 megabits download, 4 upload. Let's do speed of me. Yeah, y'all gonna have to get it I'm testing the internet speed to make sure that it's blazing on this side because that's one of the reasons I actually upgraded the lab is to get access to higher speed internet. Oh yeah, we're cooking. We are cooking. So, and tomorrow I'll be hardwired in. Okay, Judith,
I'm here.
how are
Hi,
you?
sir. I'm good, and you?
Good. How old are you?
Good. 53.
All right. Are modern women wife material?
Um, I believe so. I've been married before. I wanted to comment on some of the things you said earlier.
Okay. Such as?
I was married, and we lived together for probably 6 years before married, and then we had a son. And the relationship was going pretty well. We both was just kind of starting off because we was young. I was 28, he was 26, and he cheated maybe a year and a half into the marriage, and that didn't end the relationship. I tried my best to stay and work it out. At that time, I felt we had been together for
Okay,
like 6 years. I had already had
hold on,
one.
hold on. I need to be clear. We're gonna talk about you or in your relationships. We're gonna talk about women. Which one are we doing?
Well, women, but I was speaking on the fact on earlier when you said that women just don't stay and leave.
They don't. The statistics are clear. You might
But
have
we don't
stayed.
just leave,
Uh,
right? Like I think we have, like I think that we
yeah, you
stay.
always have
Well,
reasons.
I'm not. Well, I'm gonna speak for me, right? There's reasons, right? Exactly. People don't just leave
Yeah, but the
long-term
reasons are pretty weak.
relationships.
The reasons are pretty weak compared to women of old.
What do you call, like, what's
Your
considered weak?
happiness, your happiness,
Right.
your
But if
happiness.
you, right,
No,
happiness,
did
like
you hear what
my,
I said? Your
right,
happiness. Because marriage is not
right.
about you. Marriage is an economic contract and help to build communities. If your grandmother and your great grandmother divorced your grandfather and your great grandfather because of their happiness, we wouldn't have had the communities we've had to this point. Thank you.
Right. I understand that. My parents ceased one another. They was married over 50 years, and so was my grandparents.
Because they didn't
So
marry for happiness. They stuck it out because life goes in cycles. But women leave based upon their happiness. You have you not noticed that since we've had the advent of at will uh, reproductive choice and no fault divorce, the relationships in the black community have been destroyed. If you're not, I talk about the Moynihan report, and what and Moynihan scissors showed that as black male unemployment decreased, black female welfare enrollment increased, meaning that our women don't want to be with us. And if given an option, they will even take government assistance versus being with an employed man. So, due respect,
mm,
I'm not as open to hearing about happiness as I would have been 30 years ago because that's not in the vows. Richer for
right, but
poor,
it
sickness
takes
and
two.
health,
It
to death do us part. Huh?
right, and I agree. No, I agree with that. I totally agree with what you just said as far as that go. But also, it takes two people to want to stay and make it work. It can't take one.
It takes one. It takes one. It takes a wife to
You
stay.
think one can make a relationship?
Yep, yep. I think a wife needs. Yep. I'm not gonna give you any ounce. Yep. Men don't leave. Not like y'all do.
So when you say leave,
You
we
leave. You
actually,
leave. You file for divorce. You leave. You wreck your homes. You leave. You do what your grandmother didn't do and your great grandmother didn't do. You leave. You have reasons, but you leave. Do you not think your grandmother, your great grandmother, and the women before you, do you not think they had reasons too?
I'm sure they did. I'm
But
sure.
why they stay?
Like you said, it was a different generation, different times, and I think a lot of those women also was like my mom. She was a stay-home mom. My dad did everything, and I can concur with saying that modern women, we do work, and we most of us make more than our husbands, or
Nah,
sometimes
that's
are equal
bullshit.
to.
Nah, that's bullshit. That's not true.
Well,
Women don't make more
I
than
make
men.
more than
No,
my
they don't.
husband. No, I'm
Well,
not saying all. I'm not saying
most, but
everybody.
see,
I'm
that's
not saying everybody.
but hold on, that's a misnomer, and we got to stop that in the black community. Saying that black women end up making more than black men in marriages. That's not true. It's not true. You may have made more than your husband, but that does not mean that that's the way it is in our community. See, the
Right, I
problem
agree
is
with that.
most of our women value their independence and their ability to make money. That's why, here you go.
No, no,
Because every other race of
no, I
women,
don't want to
you
be
have
single.
children.
No,
You
but
have children.
honestly,
Do you have children?
I have two sons. Yes,
Okay. And were they born as a result of your marriage?
one.
And where was the other one?
I
Before?
had him before I met my. Yes, sir.
So your ex-husband not only a husband, he was a stepfather.
Yes, my son's father was actor too, but he was, yes,
That's not what I asked.
he
He was
was.
a stepfather, and then you divorced him.
Yes.
Okay. So
I didn't
you,
want to though. I didn't want to divorce him. Like he kept cheating. Like I
what do you
did
mean
try
you
to
didn't
make
want
it
to
work. I
divorce
didn't
him?
take.
So you mean to tell me that somebody made you sign the paperwork?
No, but sir, what I'm saying to you, Mr. Kevin,
So he
is
kept cheating. He kept cheating. That's what you
yes,
said,
and
right?
I wanted. Yes,
Stop.
sir.
Listen.
Yes.
Listen. 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 How long ago did you divorce him?
It's been a while, like over 15 years.
And have you been happier and living a better life since?
I've been very happy. I mean, I
No,
do
that's
want to
not
be
what
in
I
a good
asked. That's not
relationship.
what I asked. That's not what I asked. Are you happier
Answer.
and living a better life since? That answer is no. See, when that pause means no, they just don't. They get the truth chokes black women. Chokes them.
Well,
It's
I haven't
choking
had a
your ass.
bad life.
No, but
No,
it ain't
but I
been
haven't
better.
had a
But it
bad
ain't been
life.
better. But it has not been better. So all things being equal, you should have stayed with your husband who stepped in to be a stepfather to your first kid and worked it out. Because guess what? Your boyfriends can cheat too. And what we don't do is
Well, they did. They absolutely did.
funny thing
Right.
is in the black community, black men cheated at a 28% rate, but black women cheated at a 24% rate. Y'all cheat a lot too. But y'all get a pass for y'all infidelity. Y'all get a pass for the stuff y'all do. Let me ask you another question. How many relationships have you had where you did not leave?
Um,
Thank you.
I probably left all of them.
Thank you. She's
But
left
I
them
had
all.
reasons.
I don't give a shit.
But so you feel like you should stay regardless?
You heard it, people. She's left them all.
Well, it's not because I wanted to leave them all, but
You left
again,
nobody.
it was just
Can't make it up. And I'm gonna keep saying it. She's left them all, and they always have reasons. Reasons that they leave. They all have reasons. Now, you had a stepfather, a man, you were a baby mama, and a man married you. And in exchange for him marrying you, he stepped out on you. How many times we think she cheated? You know she did her dirt. But no, of course we don't talk about that. Yeah. See, black women think sex is the only kind of cheating. I guarantee you, if I went through your Rolodex, you was talking to men that you shouldn't have been talking to. I've been doing this for too long. Bottom line is this, ma'am, you're not any better off for being unmarried. You're just unmarried, earning, working by yourself, and on the way to living this life until you pass by yourself. That is a choice. But all things being equal, how long do men cheat when they cheat? Jesus Christ, y'all think it's like it's going to go on forever. Past 45 years old, a man is worried more about having a good bowel movement than getting new coochie.
no, but it wasn't that. He chose to go ahead and be with whoever he was cheating with. So that's what I was trying to say. It's not that I wanted out, but he did no longer want to be married. So
All
it
right,
was
let's
like
take that. Let's
either
take that. Because that's not, see, I find it interesting. It's always he cheated, but then when I start peeling back the onion, Notice how the story always evolves more to where it's still, well,
Right.
it's not, okay. So the way you, if you're telling the truth, what you should have said is, I didn't, he cheated and wanted to leave. I wanted to stay, but he left me. That's not what you said. You said you filed for divorce. You said you left because of the cheating. Now we come
No,
to the
when the
fact that
second when
no,
the
no, ma'am,
second
I have a
time, no,
very
the
good
second
hearing. I have don't over
no, no, I
no,
did
don't
say that,
overtalk.
but what
No,
I'm
no,
saying is
no, no. Absolutely not. That won't work. Even if it is the cheating, ma'am, and he wanted to leave you. That's what you're saying now, right?
he wanted to be with whoever he was with. He
Why?
married her, so
Why?
I can't tell you why. That I don't have that answer.
Why?
I
But
mean,
hold on, hold on,
we
hold on. Listen,
we great
I got.
parents.
Oh, listen, listen. Well, she's not gonna listen. Y'all need to listen.
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna
Well,
listen.
then, if your husband was cheating on you with somebody else
Mhm.
and you knew about it, and then at some point you're saying he left you to be with her, did you ask why or what am I doing wrong? Why are you leaving
I
yours?
asked
Your,
him.
and what did he say?
He said that that's what he wanted to do. He said it had nothing to do with me. It was his second wife, and he said that's what he wanted to do.
Okay.
And I mean, we was great parents together. We still have a great rapport, but at the end of the day, it was something he wanted.
Okay. And since then, have you dated anyone seriously?
I have
How long?
almost 8 years.
Almost 8 years. And why didn't you marry him?
He didn't want to be married.
Did you want to be married?
I did.
Did you make being married a requirement for being there 8 years? Nope.
Well, I talked about it.
Did you make marriage a requirement? No.
Well, no,
All right. And then who left? And you left that relationship too. Why?
um, because I felt like I wasn't getting what I deserved.
Okay. So now you got nothing.
Well, I'm not in a relationship.
That would be a zero. Nothing. No man.
No,
Okay. And this makes sense. And unfortunately, ma'am, if it weren't you, you would understand what I'm about to say. So many of our women find having no man is better than a man. That's our
I don't
culture.
agree. I don't feel
I
like
said
that.
not
I
you.
do want to be in one.
I didn't say. That's why I said not you.
Right,
All
right.
right. Well, you shouldn't have left the last one you were with. You had 8 years. It ain't like you. It ain't like you made it a requirement to be with you. So, 8 years, 20,
That's
you should have stayed. But why'd I do that? Because women always have reasons for why they leave. Well, ladies, if we accept your reasons, do you not understand that men have reasons for why they step out? If your reasons for leaving your marriage are valid, the reasons for them stepping out are equally as valid. Maybe if you were doing your job better or find out what was going on, the reason they stepped out, maybe you could actually have your relationship last longer. But let's see. Leslie, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you? I'm good, thank you. How you doing?
Do you have me on Wi-Fi or what is going on
What is it, a delay? Oh boy, I'm one of
here?
those. All right, let me drop out and come back in.
Alrighty. That's a little. Yeah. Just make sure you have no other windows open other than this
Yeah, I closed every single
one. Are you in
thing
a sound? Are
else.
you in a sound studio or something?
My home studio.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
I'm a voiceover artist.
All right. Well, let's go with it. Are modern women wife material?
As I am starting to see and hear from more women of how they think, it looks like no, not so much.
How old are you?
I'm about to be 39.
Have you ever been married?
Yes.
How long are you still married?
Nope.
How long ago? How long have you been divorced?
I divorced 2014.
Any children?
Yes, one son.
What do you want with the
12.
man nowadays?
Now I am ready for a relationship. I'm ready to get married.
How many relationships have you had that you did not leave?
Out of three, one.
And the one that you did not leave, how old were you?
37.
How long did that
It's like
relationship last?
2 years ago. 6 months.
Okay.
It was new. I really haven't dated that much since I got divorced, basically.
Okay, but I don't know if we can call it a relationship. What about before you were married? You didn't have relationships before you were married?
I didn't have a lot, just maybe 2 serious ones, and then my next real relationship, my longest relationship, was with my ex-husband.
Why'd you leave your husband?
I didn't pick properly. It was
I asked you why you left.
I changed. Why did I leave?
Mm-hmm.
I did not want to be with him, and I
Is this the
didn't
man
think
you
it
had a
was
child
best for
with?
us to be together. Yes.
So you weren't happy.
It was. I was more than not happy.
Okay. What? What? We want to know what.
I guess I would just have to. I'm just gonna focus on my parts. So I changed a lot after getting pregnant. I thought there were things that I could deal with that weren't a big deal. That in the change, I just couldn't deal with anymore, and I was
Such
just a
as?
very such as the smoking. I thought that it wasn't really a big deal, and I just ended up getting really super sensitive to it. And it, I don't want to blame it because he's Jamaican,
So
but he
you
just smokes
divorced
day
him
in and
how
day.
long after you had your child?
4 years. Like we got together and had the baby immediately.
Okay. But what I'm still
But we
not
were.
hearing is a compelling reason for why you left, why you broke your home.
Oh, why did I? Oh,
Why
it's
you broke your home.
extremely disrespectful. He would talk really bad about me around my child to other people. Um, we were constantly arguing. We were in business together. He would constantly embarrass me in public. He would constantly fire me and then hire me and tell me he
And
would fire me.
this all happened post marriage.
No, this is during the marriage.
I mean, during okay. So prior to marriage, he was acting what way?
Courting, sweet. He used to write me poems and songs, and he was just very nice and very kind. And
Yeah.
but I,
See what I tend to get, man. I'm gonna be honest. As a man, we tend to get these Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde stories from women all the time.
well, I left out one part.
Okay.
I did see signs of the disrespect in this other side, but I probably just never thought that it was going to come around to me.
So so you married this man, and he became a monster.
No, he didn't become a monster. He was always who he was. I changed, and I did not want to be with him. He did become more disrespect, like the disrespect. That part that was new, but I had seen him act like that to other people.
Mm-hmm. So what does that mean?
I mean,
I mean, I'm
I
still
mean,
trying to understand. I'm
that
still
I mean,
trying
I'm
to
just
understand.
saying, like that relationship is. I mean, he's still the same way. I don't. I think that it was a wise decision for me to leave. I should have never married him in the first place, but that's that part has already happened.
Right.
But this is years later now.
Well, I would
I mean,
say this.
I don't hold on.
I
I
would
just
say
wanted to
this. That
answer the
I would
question.
say this. That when we hear
Hmm.
the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde stories, I never hear a woman's point of you've changed, he didn't. All right, so now what? Now you're ready for a relationship. Why weren't you ready when you were married?
I was ready then. Why do you say that I wasn't married
I
then?
don't know. You said you were. You said you're ready for a marriage.
Oh, because I'm saying because after divorce, then I thought, okay, well, you have to let some time pass, and then I had to rebuild and start over, and so I just focused on that, and then I realized, okay, it's been quite some time, and you don't really have a whole lot of time, so you need to
Mm-hmm.
focus in. Basically, once I started looking at your videos, I realized, like, girl, what are you doing? If you're gonna make something happen, the time is now. So that's what I mean by ready. I was ready for marriage then. I learned I wouldn't consider myself the modern woman that is not prepared for marriage. I know how to be a wife. I know I am a good woman. I am a good wife. I have
So,
skills.
who are you seeing right now? Seriously,
Say that again.
who are you seeing right now? Seriously.
I'm not seeing anybody right now seriously.
Okay. So if you're all these things,
I just started looking like literally. I don't know, maybe it's been 5, 6 weeks.
and you're almost 40,
Yes.
all right. Good luck with that. I don't know. I mean, I'm hearing a lot of stuff that doesn't add up and make sense, but I'm just gonna let it rock.
What tell me what is it adding
I
up?
don't I don't really believe your story. Number one, I don't believe that you know it was all on him. You
I,
changed. You asked me.
well, I
I'm, I'm,
purposely tried to explain in a way where I'm not saying that it's
but
all
at the
on
end,
him,
I get it.
right?
But
Okay.
what I don't understand is, what it doesn't make sense is if you're a wife and ready to be a wife and all these other things. All right, cool.
Mhm.
But at almost 40, I mean, you've had short relationship history.
Mhm. This is
Uh,
true.
so I don't know that you can really say that you're wife material if you don't have anything that you can base that off of. You had their marriage, true, but outside of that, you don't have anything.
I don't have
You don't have any relationship other to talk about. The other relationship we talked about was 6 months.
every person, every male, every person that I date, whether it's short, long, medium, every relationship that I'm a part of, I always bring value and add value to that relationship. So even given my short term, histories, I definitely
All right.
have
Well, the
what it
thing
takes
is,
to. Uh huh.
short relationships at about 40 years old is a big warning sign. I'll just say that. I'm gonna get on to the next call though. Thank you. Yeah, warning signs going down. Hello,
Hey, how you doing?
I
Thank you for
am
having
well.
me.
I am
I
well.
am well.
You got to
You
turn
got to turn.
you got to
I got
turn
to
on
turn it down.
down for sure. Yeah. So let's try this again.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, hello. Thank you for having me. I just started recently listening to your show. It's been 3 days. I was recommended to check you out, and it's been a humbling experience. Am I stuck?
Why is that?
Why is that?
Okay, you still have.
Well,
It sounds
I
like you have YouTube.
You sound like you have YouTube.
You have me on in the background. Can't have that on. Can't have me on in the background. It's too much. Hello.
Is okay, is my Wi-Fi moving slow? It looks like it's moving slow on my phone.
That's okay. So, what do you got for me? Are modern women wife
Okay,
material?
so it's not it's so much on it. Am I is my Wi-Fi? Sorry, it's not so much of an argument. It's more the approach because when we say, modern women, you're kind of classifying us all into a category. I feel like when it's like you said, there's a wife shortage. So do you worry that maybe you're kind of like squashing hope for?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Do y'all care that y'all squash men's hope? I
No,
mean,
and I
what are
completely
women doing?
agree.
What are women doing today with men? Men are looking around and they're seeing women become less agreeable, less willing to cooperate, compromise, not willing to stay in their relationships, larger children, less feminine. What kind of hope does that leave for men?
Absolutely. I completely agree, but I think it goes to women as well is there are some modern women who are HBM wife material in my opinion, but a lot of women could be reformed to broaden this, this wife shortage, take us out of a shortage a little bit, given the
Okay.
proper motivation, I think.
Okay. Uh, so understand something.
Mm.
I want women to feel. I want women to feel the pressure because you don't date you. You don't date women. Men do.
Right.
Women think they have forever. You realize a lot of women think they can start looking for a husband after 30. And then
I've
after
heard.
30, they think, oh, I'm a nice person and I'm funny. So that's worth at least a man making $100,000 a year.
Sure.
So I'm in the category of men financially that women want. But that's ridiculous that almost 100% of women want this very small group of men. And then when we say that there's not enough for these guys, when you don't, the modern woman does not want the average man.
Right. So, what percentage would you say realistically of modern women there are nowadays that can be wife material?
Um, Under age 40,
Yes,
probably
just
probably
the
about
high
probably
value,
about prob a what wife?
a high value, like a first lady type, a
Oh no,
marriage material.
she's less than 10%. She's probably about 7 or 8% of women. But
What would
just
be the number one?
no,
Sorry.
no, no. But I mean, just how many women are wife worthy, wifeable, under
Mm.
40, without adjusting for race? I would say Western women, 1 in 3.
Okay. I mean,
One
it's
in
not.
three, and
I
that's a very liberal estimate. That means 2 out of 3 of you are done because
right.
feminism and womanism has crept in so much to where women are asking for more than any other group of women in any other time period, and you're bringing less to the table.
Absolutely. I I couldn't agree more. I do believe very strongly that it's important for modern day women, especially ones like myself who watch your show, love the truth, need to be calling out other women. But what would you say is like the number one, like if you could say number one piece of advice to be first lady material or be marriage wife material, would you give to women?
3 pieces. Uh, well, first off, there's always the sex sandwich of silence, but you have to be fit, cooperative, no kids. Be basic clay to be molded. Fit, cooperative, no kids. And women can deal with the cooperative piece, they can deal with the fit piece, and they can deal with the no kids piece. All 3 of those things are within a woman's control. I got to go on to the next caller. Hello.
Hi, sir.
How are you? Okay, we had a better connection.
I'm good. Um,
So what's the disagreement?
I just
What did I get wrong?
I agree. I believe it's a lot of modern day women still out here. It's just either they don't make as much, honestly, or they not the Instagram model type, I can say.
I'm not understanding what your point you're making.
Like the point I'm making is like I feel like more even, high class, low class men look at more of the model type females or like the females with more money. I believe modern women still out here. I believe they can't see us
Hold on.
because
So hold on. Are you trying to basically give me the modern women are being overshadowed by the bad girls?
a little bit, yes, honestly, yes,
No.
yes.
I mean, if you live your life on social media, I could see how that works. But
No, I'm
no,
not even
no, because most men don't care about how much money a woman makes.
true.
So that undercuts half of your argument. You say
I
no,
just believe we are overshadowed
you're over what?
in us.
You're
I believe
overshadowed.
we are overlooked.
Oh, by whom? How? First of all, how old are you?
Just that I'm 25.
Any children?
I have one.
Okay. Are you married to the father?
No, I'm not married.
Then that's your number one. That's the number one issue right there.
I
Why make
know, and I
no, because that right there is something that could have been prevented or moderated, but choosing to have a kid before you marry somebody automatically throws you to the back of the line with most men.
true. That's 90%
Well,
of us.
that's why you think and women need to hear that message so they understand what they choosing to get themselves into. Choosing to get themselves
That's
into
true.
because if you choose to have a kid, that's fine, but you got to understand that it comes with responsibility. Hello, hello. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. All right, thank you for another go ahead at this again.
All right.
All right. All
So
right. Like I was
what
telling
I'm
you,
still hearing is like you have my YouTube channel open in the background.
no, I got the eCam on at just that page.
Well, I'm getting loop back from you.
Okay. I'm sorry about that. Let me
Do
try
you
to
have another
refresh my
browser open?
No, sir. I can share my screen and show you.
Nope.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'm
what
on
you're
my
gonna have to
desktop.
do is you're gonna have to drop completely out, close down all the windows, and only come back to that link.
Okay, no problem. Thank
All
you.
right. If I can't tell who you are, Samantha, I can't see you. You have to get light in your face so I can see you. So, oh, it's the LA lady again. Why are you? All right now. All right. So now, hello.
Hello.
We didn't finish it the first time.
I have another question, so that's back on. And I
You have
went ahead
another
and used my
question.
phone. Yes, I do.
How old are you?
Um,
24.
yes, sir.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
I am getting my master's right now in business administration to work at
I'm
a
a
fast food
PhD.
industry.
Okay. So, all right. Go ahead.
So I guess for me, I want to know how I can get the ring. I've been told by a woman before that I do have masculine traits, but then I've also heard that I do have feminine traits.
How you can get the ring
So from him, yes.
from from the guy that's in the house with you?
Well, he's in the other room.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'2".
Dress size?
8.
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
110.
150?
Yes,
And you're 5'2"?
correct.
That's dude, twice the size you should be. I mean, your dress size
Yeah,
8, you
but
should be
you
a
could put
4. A 4 at your height. Okay? Why are you going? Okay, I got to ask the first question. Why are you going to get a master's if you want to be a housewife?
so for me is education. So my family puts that first. So I for me, I it's kind of weird for me to say it, but I don't want to just myself and be
Short
like, oh, I'm
answer.
going to be a housewife.
Okay, you don't want to just be a housewife, but you don't
Hmm?
want to work. So you're getting a useless master's. Are they giving this to you for free?
Yes, they are.
It's on scholarship.
What's that? Yes, sir.
All right. But you still have to do the work.
Yes.
So, um, how long you been dating the guy you're seeing?
About 2 months.
Does he want to marry you?
I think so. He says he wants to. Um, I know, well, is that I'm the only person he's talking to. I visited him, and he's going to be visiting me soon in May.
Oh, this is long distance.
This is long distance.
Oh, this is a joke. In general. How old is he?
He's 28.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No. Sounds good. How long of a distance are we talking?
He's in Miami.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm in Los Angeles.
Oh, Jesus. So you got a dude that's an anesthesiologist in Miami, and he has to import sand to the beach. Are you serious?
Yes. He is getting residency next year. So he's been talking to me that about if wherever residency he gets, he would want me to move wherever he goes to. So
Okay. And where'd you guys meet?
we met in Miami,
Where? Out and about?
out and about.
Right. And are you guys only seeing each other?
For me, I'm able to say that I'm only seeing him.
All right. And I'm assuming you guys have been intimate.
Yes.
All right. Unfortunately, ma'am, it's not very likely that a man in Miami who's 28 years old and an anesthesiologist has to wait to get a wife all the way from LA. I know y'all like to believe these kind of things, but
That's why I guess I'm on here because I wanted to get
if
someone.
you,
I
if
not
you
just
stopped having sex with him, I bet you'd see the truth real quick.
okay.
I mean, again, what you say, what do you bring to the table? It's like I'm bringing what the average woman's bringing to the table. Okay.
I
I think your
guess
I think your
I don't know.
standards. I think your standards are really your asking price is very high.
Mm-hmm.
You want a man who's making around $400,000 to $500,000 a year, and and what would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? Just your looks, your
Which
face. You can't use 7.
I'm gonna use 7. Without makeup, 8. With makeup on, 9.
So you give yourself a young Beyonce, and then 9 is a young Kelly Rowland. You put yourself in that
Yes.
category.
I would put myself in that category.
Okay. Have you ever done any professional modeling?
I have. I used to do pageants like Miss USA, Miss America.
No. Model. I mean, professional modeling. Get paid for print work. That pageants everybody can get.
Pay for print work, no. Pay
All
for print work, no.
right. All right. So I will give you. You're cute. I will give you a 6. And you give yourself an 8 or 9. I will give you 6. You're cute. And I look at six and adjustable six. Adjustable six can be cute to pretty. I think you're cute. I think to be pretty, you'd have to drop some pounds, and but cute's not bad. But you said something earlier about what was the comment you made about being pretty? You're asking, you're
That
looking for.
everyone
Go ahead.
that everyone like there are many women that are pretty. There are many women that are beautiful.
Right.
So I understand that.
The competition for the kind of man you're talking about is fierce, fierce, and if you're choosing, if that's the only kind of caliber man you're looking for, that dress size 4 is damn near mandatory. You got to be fit, especially in Miami. You know what he's looking at every day. But more importantly, it's
Yes, I do.
because you wanted men earning that kind of money, and we're here because you couldn't deal with a man earning 50 to 60. That's beneath you.
Correct.
Why? You're a cute girl. You're not. Okay, here's a hard question. If you had to put what you bring to the table and you mapped it out and said, what I bring to the table from a looks and personality standpoint is worth X amount of dollars in salary for a man, how much is that?
I would say 80, 90,
Then why are you asking
probably
for
85
then why are you asking for 400 to 500?
because I guess for me, I give myself standards. I know I have high standards. I do.
Standards?
Um,
No, listen to what you're saying. I want you to take this away from you. I have something that's
okay.
worth 80 or 90, but I'm going to put it on the market and ask for 400 or 500 because I have standards. Does that sound like standards, or does it sound like I'm looking for a sucker?
I guess looking for a sucker.
Thank you. No man wants to be a sucker. I mean, I think you gave yourself a reasonable estimation, but your asking price, according to what you bring to the table, if you had to equate it out, is too high. So, um, and that means anybody who's in that 80 to 90, 60, and first off, to make 75,000 or more as a black man, put you in the top 15%, but you wouldn't even consider these guys. And that's really where you should be. So, I have a good day. I don't understand, folks, that we just keep overlooking men who are solid, decent men because of these exorbitant standards. I want you guys to focus because she was honest, and I give her credit for being honest. But if a man said, I make X, but I have a standard for myself, so I want a woman that's 5X, the world would say no. Lisa, don't see you on camera. Samantha, don't see you on camera. If I don't see your face, you don't get on. The light has to be in front of you. All right. Get back on camera, Lisa.
Sorry. I
You
was
got
I
like
was
a
charging my phone.
hello.
Can you hear me?
I can see you. Welcome to the Everything's Better with Blue Bonnet on it. Welcome to the Bonnet Crew.
Yeah, no, I just got out of the shower.
Okay. So what do you got for me?
Okay, so my question is,
You need to get
right?
back and you need
I'm
to scoot over
not.
a little bit more. You're kind of off center, right there. Your question is
Can
you're
you hear
not
me?
what? Yeah, I just need you to get
Yeah.
move over to your right a little bit more. There we go.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So my question is like, I'm not disagreeing that a husband can't cheat or he can't, explore his options. but I'm just wondering, how long is that going to last? Is that going to be an everlasting thing? You
No,
know,
not likely not. Likely
say that
not.
again.
Likely not. Likely not.
Okay,
See,
because I just. Mhm.
most men, it means more to most men to know that women know and understand and accept that they have options. Most guys don't even go explore their options. They just want you to know that they have them and they could if they wanted to. Options is something to keep you on your toes, to realize that you got something that's worth fighting for every day so you don't get comfortable. It's not about him nailing everything. Talk about men who
Right.
work 10, 12, 14-hour days for 20, 30 years. They barely got time to have sex with you, much less go start a whole relationship.
Right. Right. Definitely. I just am curious about the women. I know I was having this discussion with one of my girlfriends earlier, and it's the simple fact that it may not even be him that is looking or exploring options. It's the women that's going for this high valued man.
Oh,
And the
they
women that
definitely want
are
to have sex. They definitely want your man. But what they see, the real cheating would be not if he had sex with her. The real cheating would be if he bought her a house and a Mercedes.
right.
That's what they really want.
Right.
But men who exercise options make it real clear. You're never getting anything from me financial. That goes to the
Well,
miss. And if I do get you something, it's going to be less than she gets. You may get options, benefits, but it's always going to be off the kiddie menu. Never going to order a steak and lobster. You get chicken tenders and fries.
well, what about the hush part of it? What of the, what about the equivalence of that? Or what about the equivalence of a woman, you
The
know,
hush, the hush money,
yeah.
that's what the chicken tenders and fries are for. That's a
What if
Chanel
that's not
bag.
enough for the women that,
But it is enough.
okay, well,
It is enough.
what about the women that, like I said already, are after my man or the high value
Then
man that
it's your
we're,
job to keep him, ma'am. Okay, what about the men that are after you? It's your job to keep him. I want you to feel the pressure. Good. You got a top 10% or higher man, you should feel the pressure every goddamn day. Fight. Don't you go to sleep. Don't you eat that cupcake. Better drink that water. Better drink that slim tea or whatever. Get your ass on a treadmill, climb that rope. Get your ass to work because that's what he has to do. Stop worrying about this and that and play offense, not defense. See, that's what so many of you ladies are worried about. How do I defend? Why don't you go on offense? Why don't you make home so goddamn nice and keep his stomach full, his balls empty, and his mind at peace so much that he doesn't want to go anywhere else? How about that? What a novel goddamn concept. Make it to where even if he is with her, like, damn, you may be good at that thing you do, but I'm trying to get home to her because she knows how to rub my head right. How about that? Hmm? Sounds too much like work, though. I know. I get it. I get it.
no, it's not work. It's definitely, the commitment and the duties as a wife that you speak to, and I can respect that, and I don't
Right. So
disagree with
play.
that.
My point is play offense instead of worrying about what somebody wants. Because I mean, somebody wants you too, and he knows that. Well, a high value man, especially as an attractive wife, knows I can't slip because somebody's always trying to get there. Because trust me, I only date attractive women, and I know that when I'm not there, even when you are there, guys are looking, trying to take their shots, and as they should. And it's up to me to keep the shit high and tight. And if I slip, it's all in the game. Good job, dude. There's a hole in my game. I need to get better. I'm gonna fight him? No. I see that's the point. Y'all always thinking defensive instead of thinking offensive. So hope I answered your question. I gotta get on to the rest of them. Peace out, Chica. All right, let's see if we can get E Brown in here. We're gonna wrap this one up. Yeah, you gotta think about offensive. Hello.
Hello,
Yep.
can you hear me now, please?
Yeah, I still hear doubling up. Can't do it. Double, double, double. Double, 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 double. There's Vanessa. Hello, Vanessa. How are you? Hi, Vanessa. How
Hello.
are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
I'm 22.
All right. Well, you have background. You have another. You got YouTube going on in the background too. So I don't know what's going on with this doubled up stuff. I don't know what's going on here. So I will see if that works out better. Okay, maybe there's a time delay. Hold on. Renee. Yeah, this Samantha person. I don't know what the problem with this person. This person seems a little special. Hello.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hold on, Vanessa. I'll come back to you. I'm going to put you in the guest queue. What do you got for me? Hello, Renee. And Renee is frozen. Ding. All right. Well, watch this. Is that a guy? Dude, you got cornrows? Hey, Samantha. Look up. You look, I got cornrows or some shit. Samantha got cornrows. Hello. Looking like she's saying for Drew Hill. Drew Hill. Yeah, I'm still getting background noise. I'm sorry. Drew Hill. Let me hear you sing. That's a dude. Drew Hill. Sing. Hello. Hey, hi, Tiff. How are you?
Hey, you hear me?
I can. Wow. You might want to get back. You got something on. How are you?
Um, good. Yes, how
He
are you?
good.
I'm good.
How old
So
are
I
you?
don't know why it's 34, 33.
30 what?
It's playing in the background, so I'm trying to turn it off. I don't know why it keeps. Okay, let me turn it off. Okay,
How old are you?
I'm 33.
Any children?
3. Yeah, I have
Any?
one.
What do you got for me?
So I was just trying to say, like, I think some modern women are marriage material, just based
Okay.
off of like, why does it keep looping?
Because your Wi-Fi is crap. How much take? Oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus. Drew Hill. Let's see if Vanessa can speak again. Hi, Vanessa.
Okay, how's that?
I
Is
think
that
that's
better?
better.
Okay.
Nope, we're still getting it. Oh well, I don't know. Can't have that though. Sorry. So what we've learned tonight is that modern women. Oh, we'll try her name one more again. Hello.
Hi. Good night.
How old are you?
I am 32.
Okay, what do you got for me?
The topic of tonight being our modern women wife material. I don't believe so myself because we don't really exactly know what it means to be a woman. Um, a lot of us don't, and myself included. And so, if you don't know how to be a woman, you can't expect to know how to be a wife because that is part of it.
So, do you plan on getting married one day?
Yeah, I am. Really, I just got married last year.
Okay. What is this weird? These people are weirdos. You're married?
Yes.
All right. Well, congratulations. But I'm talking to single women tonight. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, look, it's. Let's try that again.
Let's try that again.
Lord have
Okay,
mercy.
hello.
Did you turn back the
Did you
YouTube
turn
and all
back
that stuff back on in the background?
back on in the background? I didn't. It just turned itself on like on my phone. I don't know how to pause it. Yeah. Like, am I looping like the last time or what?
When I speak, I can hear myself.
Speak, I can hear myself.
All right. Enough of that.
All right.
Do. Do, do, do. All right. Let's see if this does it better. Hello? No. Yeah, well, if you don't want to be on camera, you don't come on. Do 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 do. Yeah. So, uh, this was an interesting broadcast. It always will be interesting. See, a modern women wife material, I think that they need to realize most are not. And that question means that if they recognize that, they need to do something about it. I think they need to do something about it. Is that person still? Yeah, let them stay in the green room and act silly. Yeah, let them stay in the green room. They feel special that way. And see, what this brings. Let's talk about the other side. Let's talk about the other side. Are modern men husband material? I think there are more men that are husband material than there are women that are wife material, but not by a large margin. I think that men have a longer time to get ready. Meaning, let's say a 30-year-old man and a 30-year-old woman. Is she a wife material? If she's not wife material by 30, that means a hell of a lot more than if a 30-year-old man is not wife material. He still has 35, 40, 45, 50. It's different. That's why the danger zone exists.
Danger zone!
27 to 35, but where ladies need to focus like a laser on what outcomes you want, especially with the man, because after 35, you begin to run out of options biologically. There's no one that can change that. The whole notion of I'm gonna freeze my eggs and all this other kind of stuff, no, that ain't gonna work either. You can freeze your eggs, but that still means like on Wednesday or Friday, I'm going to talk about this whole in vitro fertilization and the notion that these people talk about just freezing their eggs as if that's going to just make it happen. You can spend 10, 20, 30, 100, 50, 100 plus $1,000 trying to get one egg to implant. There's no guarantee. So think about it. Think about these career women who go out and make all this money, so they say, and are you willing to spend $100,000 to try to implant a child? What if it doesn't work? See, it's like a shell game. You'll make this money just to blow it over here. You're gonna get somebody a surrogate. Oh, did they drop? See what happens when you let the trolls come into the green room, and when you don't pay them any attention, they just decide to drop and think they'll come back. They'll never get on the screen. Poor baby. Hello.
Okay, this should be it. I'm on
That
my
should be
phone
it.
now.
There we go.
Okay.
How we doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. How old are you again?
I'm 22.
All right. What do you got for me? A modern women
So,
wife material.
Say no. Um, Especially looking at the media, like I think a lot about about the example that's being set for us in the mainstream, and it's not good. But my question is, like, what makes you especially competitive, like as a wife, like as a housewife? Like, what skill makes a potential husband really like say this woman has value? Like, this isn't an everyday skill.
Well, let's look at what you just said. What's perpetrated in mainstream media, which I don't know if it's the
Mm-hmm.
mainstream media more than the media that we allow. The mainstream doesn't do it. It's Scandal and you know WAP and all
Yeah.
that. We don't have to worry, but ABC, NBC, and CBS ain't portraying us negatively. It's our media. Women got to
Right.
stop supporting those negative images. What separates you? Well, whose discipline are you under, and what's your reputation like?
Mm.
So your name is Vanessa. Let's say you lived in Dallas. If I need to go find out who she is, and if I hear Vanessa's name out here in these streets, I ain't trying to talk to her. But if all I know,
Mm-hmm.
if people, you gotta guard your reputation,
That's a good
your
one.
reputation, your brand, because more than anything else, modern women are not being raised to appreciate relationships like women in the past. So you guys are going to have to trade much more on your potential. And what is going to give a man comfort looking at your potential is looking at what you're doing now. If you're working out
Mm-hmm.
consistently, that means you're disciplined. If your body count is low and your name ain't on these streets all thotted up, that's discipline. How you walk through these streets. Do you have tattoos all over you? Or do you keep your body as pure as possible? Is that your hair? I mean, the basic stuff that women have always done. See, men are much more willing to give a woman chance if she is at least clay that could be
Mm-hmm.
molded for his specific purpose. And the main thing that clay needs to not have on it is a lot of other men's fingerprints. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, for sure. But
all right,
yeah,
I'm gonna wrap this one up. Thank you.
you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I clicked on it. Poor trolls. Should we let the trolls in? Hey, Amanda, you ready to jump in and troll? You ready? They keep using women's names. Here he is. Amanda, you ready to troll? Are you ready for your 3 seconds of fame? Do you think that you can get your troll in before I click you out? Do you think it's possible? Do you think it's possible? You ready? On the count of three. Ready, Amanda? One, two. Oh, you missed it. Oh, darn. Darn. Wah, wah, wah. All right, so um, why do I do these broadcasts? Because men definitely do want women. They want women. And what needs to happen today with more women is more women need to understand where you are, what men want, that the men are over here, and there is no middle ground. You, as a woman, must go over to the island with the men on it. If you're on an island of women and this is an island of men, the middle ground is the ocean. Ain't nobody gonna try to live in the ocean. You got to go over here. Because what's over there? Number one. Number two, a woman who recognizes that she's been told she could have everything and life is a bowl of cherries for them and it's all good and wonderful. That's a woman that most men aren't going to be looking at, but a woman who says, oh crap, I got to do something. I got to do something to compete and get the kind of man I want. At least a woman who is self aware to understand what the current mating and dating market is like and is doing something about it is a far more viable candidate. Far more viable candidate. And that's where a lot of women can't win. But it's like I hear women saying, do you feel like you're squashing women's hopes and dreams? No. Honestly, I feel like I'm giving women hope because I'm giving you the truth. What steals your hope as a woman is fantasy, lies, telling you don't forget this, and you know you the most lit on the dating scene, and you can have it. The people who lie to you and tell you that you can have whatever you want, however you want, whenever you want, they're the ones stealing your hope. They're the ones stealing your. They're the ones doing all that for you. Somebody like myself that comes along and says, no. Height, weight, dress size, age, kids. What do you rank on a scale of 1 to 10? All these things. All right, well, then how much? Give you questions to say, yep, this is about your asking price. Are you asking too much or too little? Now, what are you willing to do to get it? That is far more likely to give women hope than anything else. So, good show. Good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Trolls. Y'all got to do better, man. You can't. Gosh. So, as got some more traveling to do this week. I'll be changing the space up. Be looking. So, I got to make an announcement that I'm going to be doing guest spots. So starting in a couple of weeks, there'll be the first part. Then I'm probably going to be, what I'm looking to do is interview, I'm looking to interview movers and shakers on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. I'm going to look to have either in studio or remote female guests on for at least a 20-minute interview. So imagine seeing somebody that you like on Instagram. And we actually talk about it. I don't want to say any names right now, but don't be surprised. We talk about people who have 1 million plus followers, because the reality is also a lot of guys want our Instagram baddies, Instagram hotties. Okay, they're women too, and more than anything else, a lot of women in that life recognize that time is running out. But I'm also going to be interviewing, it's not going to just be from the influencer world, also from the professional world. It's time to start having more one-to-one conversations, not contentious conversations, with actual women out there who are looking to become the best version of themselves, to make themselves a suitable match for their particular kind of man. So if that fits you and you're interested in doing anywhere from a 10 to a 20-minute lead-in interview, I'm going to do them. Plan is to eventually get them up to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. On Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. So it'll start off with the music, monologue, interview, calls. And that's until I get the podcast area, the studio built out, when we're going to start having in-studio guests. Lots of stuff going on over here. Life is good. Life is great. Who are these people keep calling back? I shut the interview thing down because I said no. All right, but we got to get up out of here. Till the next time. Y'all know how we do it. Peace. We're gone.
Nothing can stop me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to